Hello, my dear Sophia, and welcome to your relationship purpose reading. First and foremost, thanks for volunteering to let me show this to other people. So first, I'm going to make this bigger and get rid of this panel over here because I really hate the way it blocks the screen. So first and foremost, welcome to your relationship purpose reading. So what we're going to do today is we're going to get into the combination of both of your energies together. So this inside circle here represents your energy, your frequency, the one that you give off and the one that you sort of attract to yourself. This one over here in red represents your partner, the energy that they give off and the energy that they sort of pull in towards them. So when you guys connect together, your frequencies intermingle. And what you're looking at is the combination of those energies. So what I'm going to do is I'm going to explain the way that not only your houses interact, because when you have a planet or he has a planet in one of your houses, that activates that house and vice versa, but also how the planets intermingle with each other so you can understand the base of the relationship and what it's meant to be doing in this life, because you're literally picking up where you left off in the other life, trying to make a difference, right? So let's get cracking. First and foremost, I'm going to start. That's my favorite word, first and foremost, but it's like the 12th thing, whatever. So we're going to start in your ascendant, your first house, which is a representation of the path that you're taking, but the mask you show to the world, who you appear to be, right? So for you, that's the Libra. This is the beautiful, classy, wonderful, intelligent, everybody's type chick, right? But right here we have his Lilith. So this is his king, what he wants. And baby, that is you. Because clearly your partner has a thing for relationships, for women who look, I don't want to say clean and pure because like sexist, but technically a vintage look, a classic beauty, somebody who looks like they're ready for a relationship. And you have that. And you have the bonus of having Juno in your first house, which means that you were sort of like you automatically feel like everybody automatically feels like you were their soulmate. Should I say? Anytime somebody comes around your energy with some Libra placements, they're looking at you like you're the one with this energy here. But for your benefit, you're actually kind of your own soulmate all the time. So that's a lovely bonus to have. Now, with your soulmate asteroid in his seventh house of marriage and partnership, you look like the one to him immediately. And that's just how your energies are mixed together. Now, the next area we have here is your second house. This is your house of values, how you feel about the skills that you have in this life. And for you, your energy in that area hits his eighth house of the way that he earns stuff without having to work for it. I'm so tickled. So, pretty much his power, which is felt internally, that has been gained over many other lifetimes, is the ability to pull money towards himself without ever actually having to do anything. So, he's like a magnet. So, for instance, when he goes out with friends, somebody always paid for him, uh, throw him money, opportunities will come into his lap. For you, that's what you're expanding for him. This means you probably spoiled him like a sugar baby. Like this is a definite relationship based on give and take, but give and take in like a passionate way. This could be sex, this could be actual money, this could be control. But either way, he has that thing that you need and it's helping you expand. It's making you work hard, essentially because it's conjunct your Jupiter. So anything you have money towards at this point, you're sort of looking at him. You want to give this relationship. I'm very tickled by that. Can you tell? So your Pluto, which is your power, is also in the Scorpion energy. But for you, you use it at work. This means you're really good at multiplying your assets, taking the skills that you already have, even doing what I'm doing right now and making money for yourself. Because in this life, that's what you came to do. You came to get away from doing the shady things or using your power just maliciously or just because you can, to taking that power and making a profit off of it by taking the culmination of all the lessons you have learned and sharing those with others. In this life, you're going to take all that stuff and you're going to share it with him and you're going to help him stop using his powers of manipulation and sexual magnetism to take from others, right? Or to earn for himself. He's going to take all that information and actually step into a relationship with you that has this beautiful, like free spirited, do what you want, but respect each other energy here. Because all of this ninth house energy is about a higher love, something that pushes you beyond yourself to learn a lesson. And that's where you're moving in his chart. That's where you're headed. In other lives, you've been in the third house, which means siblings. So that's interesting for you to know, right? So with your Mercury, the way your mind works in the ninth house, along with your Venus, which is the way you earn money, in his ninth house, this means that you're going to be the second in a wonderful way, most significant relationship in his life that changes the course because your son is in his career house. So something about everything that you're teaching or you're learning with him is helping him become the man he needs to be and to face the career that he's meant to have this whole time. Because your Mars, which is your drive, you're pushing him to be who he needs to be as the explorer, as the great thinker, as the philosopher, as the guru, as the astrologer, as the traveler. Whatever it is that really is on his mind that he hasn't been doing, you push all of that for him, like you give the fuel. So this Uranus, which is the planet of radical change, light and fast things that happen, right? Is conjunct your moon. So your feelings and the ideas that you have about business, career, is what's going to spark his, because this is in Capricorn. This is a sign of legacy, money, family, but family in the way that you're making a brick solid structure for family. That is sort of kind of a big marker for you guys because this Capricorn energy is in your fourth house. That means you're meant to have a family business of some sort. And guess who's contracted to that family business? Right here in his 11th house, which means that the business will be online. And with this Neptune and this Neptune here, this is karmic. This is something you guys agreed to pull together, something that is actually clearing out what you owe in the karmic debt field. So this is an online business that you guys are doing, sharing whatever it is that you have to offer to the world. And that is the base of the family that you wanted to create together. I just did a chart like almost exactly like this is freaky. I have to check the information again because some days I end up with the same types of charts and it never not freaks me out. So his North Node is in your fifth house. This means you came to make some kids. You came to have some kids, some fun sexual activity, but also to change how you feel about having fun. Because with you having Saturn in fifth, this means sometimes you can sort of be hard on yourself, or you didn't get what you wanted earlier on in regards to things that actually lined up with what you wanted because you were so busy working and trying to achieve the name for yourself. But after that Saturn return, which technically has just happened for you, the energy is now released for you to start having fun in that way, shape, or form. So on his end, as far as what he's clearing out of your karma, is the time that you guys worked together, you were co-workers, and it really didn't go well because he was like super bossy and didn't know how to be a part of the team. In this life, you guys are learning to be a team because that South Node is going from your 11th house of group friendships to one-on-one relationships in the fifth house, right? Your relationship also sort of gives me this energy of like not having names or titles and you guys just being together like Goldie Hawn and Kurt Russell forever, but not possibly putting the name on it with this setup here. So his unique genius, which is an Aries, so this is the soldier, this is the fighter, a pioneer, right? Is right in your marriage house, which is wonderful because like you are your own marriage partner. Like I said, you're your own soulmate, but you're also the alpha in any relationship in your Lilith, which is your dark feminine energy, is right on top of your vertex, which is a karmic event in Aries. So you being your own partner sort of kind of was the setup. Like you might be in a relationship, but you're still like Top Gun because that is what you need for healing in your relationship, healing for yourself. This is serious. What you need for nurturing. You need to be in charge. And he understands that because in some ways he needs to be in charge, but he also needs a partner for him to be in charge with this setup here. So what he needs for healing, which is his series, is I find him so funny. This is hilarious. He needs to be baby. He needs to be, and I don't mean like baby, but he likes nice things. He likes to be told he's beautiful. He likes to receive gifts. And that's what I find funny because his power is in pulling all that stuff to himself. Is he beautiful by any chance? Because that would be great because that seems like what would help him on his mission. Now, your South Node is in his third house of siblings, but it's right conjunctive moon. So this has to do with emotional healing, right? Fixing a ripple in your communication from the past that sort of separated you guys at other times. This is a meeting of like minds or trying to find a space to be like-minded because his Mercury, which is the way his mind works, messed that all up. The way his mind works, his moon, which is the way his feelings work, his sun, which is the way that his identity, his ego, his character is, and his Jupiter are all right here spreading between your 8th and 9th house. Now, the parts of this that are in the 8th house, which are the South Node, your 8th house, which are the South Node and the Mercury, means that this is about the mental part of the relationship, transforming that. The parts that are in 9th house are about growing and learning to fix what you were stuck in before, letting go of all the traits from your childhood that you learned in communication and starting from scratch, which is going to be really important for him in order to understand where you're coming from mentally a lot of the time. Now, his Venus, which is his value, is in your 9th house. This is once again about higher love. His Chiron, which is the wound that he has to heal in order for him to help others, is in family, which is probably important for you to know because you didn't exactly have that same moon. Although there is some strictness and some really heavy regulations that come from your family, it's not the same as the element of nurturing that he feels like he was missing. That he's meant to overcome. Now you sort of give that that energy in your career. So whatever you're doing in your job that's caring for people, know that that matters to him, and it's in fact it's affecting or going into his family house and his children's house. His Mars is in, surprisingly, in his children's house. He has a childlike innocence. He's very sensitive. He can be very moody. But once again, this would be good in your career for some way, shape, or form. I would love to know what it is by you, what you do, by the way. But once again, since I said a lot of this has to do with him wanting to be well off, wanting to learn the skills of being well off on his own from somebody else who already knows how to do that. He's learning from what you do in your career how to adopt that into his space. But he also, because this encourages you to make money. There's lots of signs of that here. So the last things I want to hit on for you here on this chart are this Juno, which represent his soulmate marker. It's right next to your Chiron. So this is necessary healing. That's when you see Virgo energy here. It's about healing one another. You are overcoming your fear of speaking to people or sharing yourself amongst the community based upon the energy that he's giving you to just put yourself out there. Like he does not have a fear of being himself in front of people. That sort of helps you out. Now, him having his vertex in 7, which means a karmic marriage in your 12th house, makes this sort of kind of like something that was required to happen with y'all. Now, the outcome is up to you guys. I'm going to actually look at the composite to see what the projected outcome is because the composite is like the natal chart for the relationship, right? Whereas the synastry shows how your energies work together. Here, you're the Sagittarius rising. So this is the explorer, the couple that really doesn't have a name, but you know they're together. For you guys, this is about coming from being very caring partners in a relationship, healing the wound and family that you both have, to becoming entrepreneurs, known as business people, making a name for yourselves, very caring in communication. You see all this Pisces energy here? You are literally supposed to bleed your words into each other, like you understand each other telepathically with this setup. The hold off was on your income and working together. Up until this point, I'm gonna hit transits to see if that hold is off yet. It's just lifting. You're having your relationship Saturn return, which is where you guys are learning to mesh together to create the atmosphere necessary to create your best income, because it definitely is in healing, medical, anything that has to do with words could be the case, but definitely things like plants, animals, humans, anything that helps their bodies or their existence better on a day-to-day basis. But it is fueled by your partnership and you working together to balance the divine feminine and the divine masculine. That is a very heavy axis that you guys here have working together as a team. So with that being said, I cannot wait to hear your feedback on this. Thank you so much for this opportunity, and please let me know if you have any questions, my dear.